My name is Charlotte DeVille. I'm an Indiana Extension Homemaker member and have been for over 50 years. We are an organization sponsored by Purdue University, and we are always looking to help everyone in the community. I'm going to read a book called Winter Sleep. It's a hibernation story. When it was summer, I stayed at Granny Sylvia's house. She knows a lot of things, like the names of flowers and how to spot a deer's hoof prints. And this is Granny Smith at her house in the woods. And where to splash around the ponds, climb slope of green ferns, pass through oak trees with moss on one side, and here's the picture of the tree and everything. The secret glade. Butterflies flutter, even though it was late. Granny Sylvia helped me listen for songs of different birds. It was still warm. We stayed right into the summer magic of the night. And we kept so still, we saw a dormouse who lives there and runs up the hazel tree. When I went back to stay with Granny and it was winter, I asked her, can we go to the secret glade? She said yes, if we can find it. Everything was different. The pond was frozen hard, the ferns on the slope looked dead, and the oak trees with moss on one side were all bony. And the glade was quiet and bare. It wasn't anything the same. No butterflies, no flowers, no birds. I want to see the dormouse, but Granny said the dormouse will be having a winter sleep. It was too cold to stay, and I said, nothing's alive in winter. Granny told me, it is. See? We can't see the dormouse, but she's hiding there. She'll be safely, deeply sleeping all winter long. This is her hibernation time. In autumn, she feasted on forest nuts, fruits, and insects. Then the long nights came. She felt cold, heavy, and sleepy. There was nothing more to eat, so she made a nest ball, and she's inside, secretly snoring until the spring sun warms her body again. On the way back, I said, are there other animals hiding in the trees? There's a picture of the dormouse hiding in the tree. Granny said, yes, lots of bats hibernate in trees. On warm nights, they fly across the forest, chasing insects and pulling spiders from their webs. But even their food rests in winter, so bats snuggle up in the hollow trunk or cave and snooze through the frosty weather. I said, where do all the insects go? There's a picture of the bats hibernating. Granny told me, well, some are sleeping right under your feet. The ground is frozen hard, but down below, there's a snag beetles waiting to come out. The queen bumblebee sleeps in a tiny tunnel. Some moths and butterflies hide underground, often wrapped up, waiting for spring. Mother earwigs look after their eggs until they hatch when the spring comes. Well, we are coming to the pond. So I asked, what about the water? There are all the sleeping animals. Granny said, there's ice on top, but the pond waits below. Below it froze. Before it froze, frogs dived down deep into the slimy mud. Now they are still and breathing so slowly, they seem dead. But when the warm waters in spring, you'll hear them croaking again. I said, so all sorts of animals are having a winter sleep? Everybody's sleeping. That's right, Granny Sylvia told me. Some even make a special home for winter. A bear builds a den deep in the woods. perhaps in a cave, an old tree trunk, or a hidden hollow. Mama Bear slows down, right down, and rests there with her cubs, curled up tightly on a bed she's made with soft moss, twigs, and leaves. See the bears. Granny Sylvia was still telling me about the animals in winter when I was in bed. You see, she told me, there's plenty of life tucked up, hiding in the cold. I nodded. I could feel the cozy magic of the dark night outside, and even though it wasn't very late, I closed my eyes for a winter sleep. The end. I hope you enjoyed.